Greetings, Commanders, and welcome to another episode of Supercruise News. I am one of your hosts, Stephen Benedetti, Community Manager on Elite Dangerous, and I am with the fantastic, the splendiferous, the absolutely charming Bruce Garrido. Not Fintana, but Bruce Garrido. How are you, Bruce?
Yes, the far less suave and handsome version
I,
is joining is joining me
I,
here today.
I disagree. I disagree. Where's the moustache, Bruce?
I care not to speak about it, honestly.
If any of you don't know what we're talking about, we hope that you do. Welcome to everybody in the chat. We've got Alec Turner, we've got Dragonheart, Destroyer 100, the Pro Rock PL, Special Effects Barry. Hi Barry, how you doing? We've got Capcom 7 / Forex Silly Tum, PS4 Gamer, Clockwork Gears. Welcome everybody who is in the chat. It is great to see you on this absolutely lovely Tuesday afternoon now, isn't it, Bruce? It's afternoon.
Yes, is it lovely where you are? It's perked up a little bit here in Cambridge, but last night and this morning it was raining, well, pretty heavily.
Pretty heavy. Do you know, it's actually been, it was horrible when I was travelling back home, but it's actually became a lot nicer now. But if you didn't see it, we did do a really fun kind of wee skit, Channel 4 News, where we did a kind of parody of the Anchorman sketch. Put a wee 5 minutes together because a really cool mega ship appeared. The reason I bring that up is right now in the kind of news section it says Channel 14 have gone missing after a show. I don't know. I didn't tell you about that, Bruce. But apparently they've gone missing. That was Block Benedetti who did the news. It was it was Ron told me, which was lead anchor, and then there was Bruce Fontana, who was the, what is your role again? Co-anchor.
Just general
Looks
sleaze, I think, is the official job title.
The official job title. So yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that. It was crazy. It was a good laugh, and we hope that everybody enjoyed that. But I think it was Malik VR who said it as well, that we are back at home now. We are streaming from home. Obviously with the current global situation, we were able to go into the office then. But obviously I live in Scotland at the moment, so we'll be doing our home live streams for quite some time, and as you can tell as well, we are on a Tuesday. So I believe we have brought this up, but we decided to change our stream from Monday to Tuesdays now. We're still experimenting with the time. We're trying to get the best time for you guys. We want to be communicating with you on this stream and talking away, and we want to make sure it is available to everyone here. So if you have any feedback, please let us know. There is a live stream scheduled forum post, or just give us a message on Discord. We're both on there to chat with. So if there's any technical difficulties, let us know. And if you're happy with the times, I think we should change it. Let us know. How's things going with you, Bruce?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. I enjoyed the Halloween event over the weekend very much. Hopefully you guys did as well. I think we're going to talk a little bit about that. What have you been up to yourself?
Well, it's just been really fun, like getting back from the crazy, the craziness which was Cambridge, because I've not been down in like 6 months. It was really nice to come down, and I was able. People were asking me, like, why did I come down? A lot of it was for the big stream, and a lot of it was just to kind of see everybody and get stuff. But I also was able to get some tech back up, so I now have 3 monitors, so I can try and stream. That's why I think it's laggy, because I had the game playing on the other screen, and it was all live at the same time, and I think my laptop's not coping very well. And then also I was able to get winter clothes. And also I was able to get this, which wasn't working. So it's now at the side until I can get it fixed. And I also got a lovely present after complaining for not getting one. I was sent this lovely present and some cheese and a lovely wee note by a Canon, so very much appreciated, and thank you very much. It was a birthday present, so it is muchly appreciated. It is lovely. So I think the big news that we have to talk about, which we never had a chance to do last week because we were so busy doing it, was the fold down. Bruce?
Yes, absolutely, indeedy. The Horizons fold down. So for anyone who doesn't know about that, I'd be amazed if there were many of you, but for those of you that may not have heard about this, Horizons, the DLC has been folded down into the base game, meaning that when you buy Elite Dangerous now, it's just included. It's part of the game as is. So that's really great for anyone who that you're interested in getting to play with you. It's an even better deal than it was before, especially with the Halloween sale. I think that is that still on, Stephen? Or
I think it was just the weekend. No,
okay, just for the weekend. Well, anyone who managed to snap up Elite Dangerous for, I think it was £5 over the weekend, got an extra good deal because it'll include Horizons. Any previous Horizons owners were also compensated with a paint job for every single ship that they own now and in the future. It's a really pretty looking iridescent paint job called the Azure paint job. So yes. Very nice.
Very fancy. Yeah, it was. And so we also kind of in a relation to that, there has been a couple of issues that came from the Supercruise is the good news and I'm the bad news. There's a couple of issues that kind of came from Fold Down. And there's been issues that were there for some time, and we have heard everybody who is commenting and messaging us. We have heard about the Pulse Wave Analyzer. We are aware of it. As you know, our main focus is on Odyssey at the moment, but that doesn't mean that we don't need your feedback and updates on these bugs. But we do ask that you head over to the issue tracker, which is ! Issue tracker, where you can log any issues you have, any bugs you have. If it's already logged, you can upvote it. The more you do that, the more the team are aware of it. So we really appreciate it. Dragonos Spiritus says, can the Azure paint job be applied to carrier? No, it's only 43 ships, I believe. No, 42 ships.
42, I think.
42, and it's 3 of the fighters and 39 of the ships. So it's just ! Issue, not issue tracker. I did do that before, but I thought that was a bit of a pain. But it seems that everybody's putting the full thing on. ! Just issue. I will update issue tracker another time. And another thing people were saying, it's my birthday. It was my birthday in September. That's just I have not been to the office since you and I discussed this. Bruce, what was it? May last year?
Yeah, something like that. But it is in fact your birthday again, so if everyone in the chat could wish Stephen a happy birthday, that would be very nice. I'm happy for you, Stephen. I wish I was up there to celebrate. Congrats.
It was in September. Yes, I'm starting to realise why Arthur was frustrated with you during the struggling stream. But let's not go into that. As we do every week, this is our Supercruise news. Which means that we want to focus on the news, anything that's going on in the community, updating and stuff like that. But we also have a really cool show off of our stellar screenshots. If you don't know what stellar screenshots are, it's where we have asked the commanders to put their stellar screenshots up. We picked some of our favourites, and you get a really cool prize. What's the prize again, Bruce?
So the prize is a unique paint job. Well, one of 3 unique paint jobs, in fact. They're sort of reverse shatter paint jobs. So if someone's seen those before, those are the ones where usually a black sort of shatter outline is on the ship where it sort of looks like a bit's been broken off. But it's actually that bit, which is in this case filled in by one of 3 colors. There's a lava, acid and ice themed one, and they all look really, really nice for the ASP Explorer.
Yes, exactly. And here's one of our winners just now, Commander Shazir, which it's a neutron star, I believe that is over there. The big black hole.
I think so. You know what? If someone in the chat could help me out, I always get confused between neutron stars and white dwarfs. They look very similar to me, so if someone could help me discern them for future reference, that'd be great.
I'm just gonna try and fix this new setup now. The problem is as well, like we get Stephen is like the queen. He has 2 birthdays. I have any birthday. I have a birthday month, which is great. That's a neutron. Yes, neutron star. Thank you very much. They're just the one thing I really suck at is neutron jumping. It does get you a lot faster. Basically, you jump into the end, you give it the tip of it, and it boosts your FSD, and then you can jump even further. I'm terrible at it. I always blow up. So yes, we've got Gabriel Berger saying that's a neutron star. White dwarfs have wider, less focused jets. So it's all about those jets. So it's always good to know. Learning every day. So we also have another good shot who we've seen many of their photos, Commander Madak. So absolutely stunning one here. Always really satisfying pictures from Modaxo.
Yeah, Modaxo is just, I don't know, it's beyond words how good this screenshot is. I think it's my favourite of the week, honestly. So good.
Yeah, and as you can see, a lot of people have seen of Modaxo stuff, and they've asked the questions. If I've won once, can I re-enter? You can. You can re-enter as much as you want. And then we'll have Commander Katsov Ulthar, which I think that's just stunning. The purple colours. It's very purpley, pinky. It reminds me of our old producer Sally, loved kind of pinky purpley stuff, which was awesome. I really enjoy this one. We then have Commander Faramir. Isn't Faramir from Lord of the Rings? Anyway. Oh no, it's Boromir. Faramir and Boromir.
Yeah, he's Boromir's brother, right?
Yes. And just in case anybody I do apologise. This is a stunning shot. I always love when you see the scale. Obviously you can see right in the tiny bit. I can't even point to it. I can point to it in my screen. The tiny SRV in comparison to the big cliffs. As well as you've got the sun and you've got another planet over there with the ring. You can actually, it really starts to show you the scale of how amazing these planets are. Lord of the Ring guys will be after you. I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. I have Gimli knocking my door. Then we have this fantastic shot from Commander Decimated Decibel, I think. Is it? Decimated? Yes, it is. Decimated Decibel.
They just made it one word, so tried to throw us off.
See, when they make it one word, I always screw up because you can normally notice the difference if it's lowercase and uppercase, but when it's not, you don't know, and you do stuff like that. How do I submit to hashtag Sales Screenshot? So if you go onto our social channels, so that's on Twitter and Instagram, and put in hashtag Stellar Screenshots. We also have a Stellar Screenshots area on the forums if you don't use social media, and we normally go through all of them to check and pick winners. So this is obviously of a Thargoid. One of my favourite bits is when they throw out their tentacles to scan you. It's the most terrifying and satisfying thing to watch at the same time, and we love seeing them. So this is a fantastic shot.
They float in front of your face and just go, "Ooh, let me get a good feel of your ship."
I don't know. we don't really know much about Thargoid culture, but I mean, do you think they do this to each other's faces? Do you know, they walk up?
I think the two ships face each other and start.
Yeah, just
I think it's a bit. We're on dangerous territory now. I don't want to go any further down this path of inquiry.
Let's continue. But it's really nice. It's really nice having a shot of this due to the fact that we just had the Thargoid CG, which was a lot of fun, and the community absolutely smashed and repelled the Thargoid threat. And I think that's our last stellar screenshot. So congratulations this week to all the winners from this week and last week. Obviously, we were unable to stream on Tuesday, but we're back. I see that somebody has just put !Live Radio on, which is brilliant. Head over and check them out. We also have other exciting news that we talk about our community stuff and different things that are going on. Last week, I believe it was the final to the 8WD Endurance Championship. And you can see here are the list of winners of the 8WD Championship, which if you haven't heard about it, the Elite Racers put together. It was a SRV rally. It started in July, ended on October, and you can see this lovely picture with the three champions. So congratulations to the three winners. I made that really small. I should have made that picture a lot bigger. As you can see, that is Alec. With first place, we've got Commander Shay Blackwood. Second place, we've got Commander Alec Turner, and third place, we've got Commander Sashes. So you can see that's their SRVs sitting in the podiums. Absolutely phenomenal. And you know what? If you missed it, don't worry, we actually have you covered. We were able to copy and show off the highlights video from last week. So let's go check that out.
This Sunday hosted the final race of the 8-Wheel Drive Endurance Championship. This final race consisted of a 2-stage rally. The first stage consisted of a 64-kilometer rally from Cube to Barreiros, and after a break and a regroup, a race back again to Cube. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, everyone with a good start. Shea a little bit late, having to go over the red pillar as expected. Osasha is pitching down very aggressively. This first race saw Shea Blackwood taking a huge amount of risk as he had already locked in his uncontested first place in the championship. Commanders Alec Turner and Osashas spent the opening stages of the race battling it out for second place, with 8 more racers in pursuit, with Osashas ultimately taking the lead by several minutes over Alec. Nearing the closing stages of the race, Shea Blackwood struggled to regain control over his Scarab after a multitude of bad bounces, leading to his inevitable explosion with no effect on his first place in the championship. Commander Crank Larson then takes the lead of the race, nearing the finish line with as little as 6% hull remaining, and Osasha's less than a kilometer behind.
Oh, this is going to be tight, Crank.
Stopping for him was not an option as he ultimately crossed the finish line with as little as 3% hull remaining. Only 36 seconds later, Commander Osashas finishes the race in second place, securing at least a third place in the championship. Commander Alec Turner, opting for a safer rally this time to avoid another DNF, finally finishes in a third place position as a result, not yet securing his second place in the championship. Here are the results then for the first stage of the final race. Crank Larson finishes in first place with a total of 19 minutes, with Osashas close behind in second place with as little as 36 seconds extra on the clock. A third place finish for Alec Turner with 3 minutes and 20 seconds additional. Followed by Donald Anderson, Sir Balthazar, a first-time finish for Hep, Fat Haggard, and finally Crater Camper. Terror Siddick, Shea Blackwood, and our newest racer, Mr. Piledriver, all bit the dust early. With these standings, Alec Turner failed to secure second place in the first stage of the race, so he will need another good result in his second stage. Osashas could no longer lose his third place position, so he focused all of his attention on trying to outrace Alec in an all or nothing run to snatch second. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, Alec with an early start, but then, he's going airborne very early then, and hadn't built up a lot of speed yet, so he's slow off the start, very slow off the start, with Osashas currently taking the lead, and Alec being about 7 drivers or 5 to 7 drivers behind. The second stage saw Shea Blackwood again going for it at maximum speed in mind, so the focus really was on that second place finish. We see Osashas going all out as well, trying to steal away that second place from Alec. With an initial sprint, he was building up a gap to Alec, but then blows up!
No.
With Commander Osashas then blowing up, we have Alec Turner again on his way to secure second place in the championship, which he manages to do in style.
Beautiful!
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
1% hull.
Crank Larson is next to fly his way across the finish line in third place, with behind him Donald Anderson, Fat Haggard, Crater Camper, and Terror Siddick. Let's skip straight ahead to the championship standings then and see where this puts everyone. A huge congratulations to Commander Shea Blackwood for finishing in a well-deserved first place in the championship. Throughout the championship, Shea Blackwood demonstrated his absolute mastery of the Scarab SRV by flying across and adapting to various terrains and gravities with impressive skill. In second place, we have Alec Turner with cunning tactics to secure the safe finishing positions, paying off. Third is Osashas, learning about flying and mastering the art throughout the championship. A big congratulations to all the podium finishers. Followed by the top 3, we have Skur with a 4th place finish, despite only partaking in 3 races in total. Let this be a message to all the other racers to step up their game. Crank Larson secures a 5th spot, Fat Haggard is 6th, followed by Donald Anderson, Donald 47, Terror Siddick, Crater Camper, Connor Scott, Zach Hugh, Sir Balthazar, Lusky, Kate Balthazar, Tenna and Hep, and finally Buster 335. The winners of the championship will be receiving these beautiful trophies in the mail in recognition of their incredible performances. Finally, I would like to take this quick opportunity to officially finish off this championship by saying how much I have enjoyed organizing these races. Seeing how this brings people together, forming friendships over the internet, is something I am incredibly thankful for. With that said, stay tuned for more championships organized by myself. I have all sorts of spectacular things planned in the shape of hill climbs, urban climbs, settlement races, etc. So for now, I will say, fly dangerously, Commander.
And there we have it. Here is the link in the chat for anybody who's asking. It is an awesome video, so congratulations. Well done. Great job, guys. Like I said, it was a couple of races over, so you've done really, really well. But not only that, to keep it kind of themed in the race thing, I don't know if anybody has heard about the Speed Bowl. If you've not heard about the Speed Bowl, if you put an exclamation Speed Bowl, you will you'll get a link to the newest event, which is Speed Bowl 4. It's called New Grounds, and it is on the 21st to the 22nd of November, 3306, which is this year. And you should go and have a wee look. It's basically about entering a planet with FA off, going boosting really fast, and then if you can do that without dying, there's also like either a space where you have to like fly in like a wee hole going ridiculous speeds. It basically pulls it over. But we also have another video to show off today. This one is really awesome. This one is by Commander Andy X, and it's a kind of it's called an Elite Dangerous Speedball story, just to get people into the mood for it. So let's have a wee.
You're cleared for launch, Commander. Have a good run down there.
Thank you, Control. Proceeding to orbital drop-in coordinates.
Our telemetry is showing you off track by a significant margin, Commander. What is your status?
Yeah, I slipped a couple of degrees off my intended profile back there. Making corrections now. Sacrifice a little prograde velocity to regain my intended heading. Sync gradient should still be in the green.
That's a no-go, Commander. Our display is showing your glide slope terminating in a negative altitude. Recommend you abort immediately.
No, I got this. Just need to, oh, nope, you're right, I'm going down. Goodbye. Oh, I'm still here. Mayday Control, I'm not quite dead yet.
Affirmative, Commander. We are showing you in a fairly rapid spin, following contact with the surface on...
Yes, I'm spinning. I'm spinning like a f***ing Imperial in a room full of with their tied around their... with a shoved up a full triple axle with a sandwich in a storm.
Copy, Commander. We'll advise. It's frankly not looking good on our instruments from up here. Still showing you on a spin at a ground speed of 2,000.
Yeah, thanks, Control. I'm trying every reaction control input in every direction. I'm just making it worse. I'm about to be a pink-on-pink smear.
Commander, Flight Control recommends you execute the Konami maneuver.
Holy the Konami maneuver? Of course. Alright, here goes nothing. Pitch up, pitch down, yaw left, yaw right, roll left, roll right, secondary, primary, boost! Oh, holy shit, it seems to be working, Control. Establishing a stable retrograde. Oh, hello there, little mountain.
Can you confirm, Commander, We're showing you departing a near collision with the central peak of the crater. Recommend you...
Yeah, I'm okay now, Control. Thank you. I've almost got it zeroed out here.
Control just wishes to remind the commander that flight assist can be re-engaged at any point during an aborted gravity well run.
Oh, right. Thanks, Control.
No problem, Commander. Repair crews are on standby.
Security blankets back online. All right, coming to a stop. Whew, that was intense. Thank you for the help from up there.
That's what we're here for, Commander. Is there anything else we can assist you with at this time?
Yeah, one thing. Could you possibly relay the coordinates to the nearest Remlock laundry facility?
Negative, Commander. Those facilities are unavailable until Odyssey goes online.
Damn it.
Hey, wait a minute. Are those moon vines? Bring me a couple.
Wasn't that brilliant? Absolutely phenomenal job by Commander Andy. If you want to check out that video, it is an exclamation mark Andy, ANDEE. So I mean that was brilliant. Unfortunately, he won't be able to wash his clothes until Odyssey, but it was brilliant. So yeah, if you check that out, it was an awesome video, and that'll be at the end of the month. It might be Andy SpaceX Thingway if it's not came up. It should have. Can't remember. Let me try it. Oh, maybe that one. Oh, it doesn't seem to have done anything. I'm sure I put that on. If not, let me quickly grab the URL. So, Bruce, what are we doing today in Elite Dangerous?
So, well, we're going to play a little bit with our new toy, which a friend who hasn't seen it in the previous Supercruise news. We can now stream both of our game captures at once next to each other. So Stephen is going to be commander of the ship. He's going to be the captain flying at the helm, and I'm going to be his cameraman even. And we're going to do some lovely panning shots and probably not spinning shots. That's not very nice. Might be a bit queasy. Some capturing images around the ghost ship that got added to the game for Halloween, the Adamastor mega ship, which hopefully many of you will have seen and investigated during the Halloween event. And if you haven't yet, well, you still can. Obviously, it's now a permanent feature in the game. So go check it out if you haven't had the chance yet.
Yes, and another interesting point was there was a message. Where's my... The reason that I'm slightly stalling is because I need to re-upload the game because I think that's what was causing lagging issues. I do apologise.
No problem.
But the other thing as well is that tonight on Live Radio they'll be having representatives from Canon from Canon Research Group, to talk about the awesome Halloween event. And also, we've heard about Commander Phoenix Defier's caught COVID. We wish you all the best and hope you're safe and that you can get through it. It's really sad to hear that. Okay, so let's just join up in our private group and we'll head over to the game. So as you can see, my game is not appearing. It has now appeared. Bruce is in game. It may not look like he's in game, but he is in game. Just from the angle. There we go. Look at those lovely bobbleheads. So we are going to wing up and go take our first look at the new mega ship, which is called Adamastor.
Yes, indeedy.
Yes.
Alex Turner said in the chat, you could say that I'm going to be the Reenie Teal Burr, but
we said
that's
that.
quite. We said that pre-stream, but I think that's maybe not a fair thing to say because Rini's camera skills are, well, basically second to none. And I've got a long way to go before I'm able to capture some of the game footage that would even hold a candle to the footage that they capture. But I'll do my best.
I think you'll do quite well, Bruce.
We'll see. So I'm going to accept your invite then to Motley Crew.
You've not even accepted it yet. Just make sure this is all off. Are you here yet? There you go. That's a cool wee kind of breakaway, isn't it? Or thanks, Bruce. It says Commander Rini. Imagine you said the wrong thing there. So it doesn't seem to be showing up.
Commander Maskeem is asking if everything has been found about the event. As far as I'm aware, all of the locations have been found. As to whether every piece of information has been discovered, I'm not sure. There was, for anyone who watched our Halloween stream in the office the other day, you'll have heard Commander Tolmy saying that there's one piece of information or detail that the whole story sort of points to, that no one has really commented on, which is quite surprising in terms of what the whole story means for Elite and the history of the in-game lore. That's a bit more of a clue than Arthur gave at the time, but I won't say any more than that.
Yeah, I don't seem to be getting your feed.
Let me have a check on my end to see if... I think we're all good on my side.
There we go. It is now back on. Awesome. So you can see that you've now got your shot. Yes, again, to everybody, we are working from home. No, this is not my bed. This is just a bed in the spare room. And Bruce is going to be our cameraman for the day. So this is a new RTMP system setup that we've done. So there might be some issues while we're still trying to figure these things out. But look at that. Look at this damage. Do you know, I cannot remember the last time that I actually done one of these mega ships. I think I actually can. It was Halloween. I think it was Halloween that I did this. Oh, look at that.
Oh, Halloween last year.
Halloween last year. So obviously we don't want to go about and scan all of these for you. If can you boop it? I mean, I can boop it. Do you want me to? Maybe. So we're not going to go around and scan all the audio files, because we could go around and scan them all for you and give off the secrets and everything it is. But you can go and check this out. Obviously, more than happy to show you what this looks like. This is a new mixture. I mean, we could scan one. Do you want to scan one?
Go on then. We can give it a little scan. Yeah.
This is in the Chuck Chan system, who, despite Ron Tolmy's thing, is not Jackie Chan's brother. You need to watch the stream thing for that. Now I need to scan this. Is it? Ah!
Commander Orange Phoenix is being very generous with their compliments on my panning. What I haven't got used to yet is I need to account for Stephen flying the ship at the same time, and we have to synchronize.
And doing it phenomenally.
You're doing a wonderful job.
Where's the listening posts though? Does anyone know where the listening posts are? I need to find one.
So, in the middle of the ship is a part that you can scan, which will reveal all of the other points. But the listening post, I believe, is at the next location.
I've just put onto the next thing.
On the trail.
Yes, we need to. This is it. Okay. I mean, anybody who has better skills flying than me will not crash into this.
I Levi's says there's one right on the front, he thinks.
That's what I thought. I think I need to scan this thing first. There we go. Targets identified.
Nice.
Now-
Now that should bring up all of the other things that you could scan if you so wished.
So, what do you want to scan, chat? The hackable data transmitter, cargo bays, escape hatches, or the ship log uplink? Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Go to hackable point with recon limpet. I don't have any recon limpets. Keith Mouse says piloting skills are required, kind of. The bay. All of them, said Edelweiss. We don't want to ruin it. We've given you the system that we're in. So you should come out and check it out for yourself. We're going to give you wee bits of tasters. So you can go and map it all together. Ship log. Let's go to ship log then. Seen that one. That's behind. So this is just the first place that we're going to go, in case anybody is wondering. There is a couple of other places, but like Bruce said, there are some things that people haven't necessarily maybe, not that we've seen, maybe think about, with especially with like the certain ships that are being used, the certain areas that are being used, these kind of things. Now, before I listen to this, what I normally do is I have my audio turned down so that it doesn't overbear Bruce. But what I'll do is I will put these up.
Okay, Commander Thachinho is starting to think along the kind of lines that I think Arthur was poking at the other day. Oh, you're receiving orders from command, Stephen. I'll relay them to you. We've been requested to pop the ship lights on, is the verbatim command.
Everybody always says to me, "You've got your ship lights on."
There we go.
Does that help? Yeah, it has helped. It looks a lot better for you. And we have the log here, which, as you can see, all this kind of information here. So, departing under private license, it's entering a system with a single K-class star and 11 bodies, heading for a third body, arrived at a listening post, an updated route to rendezvous with planetary survey team, and entering a system with a single M-class star, heading to metal body. So what does people think these are? I'm assuming people already know. Raxlian says, Elite Agents, are there any other developer diaries before the big update launch? As we discussed, there was 2 developer diaries that have already out. We are currently working on another one, but we will update you when that comes out, when we can. So, have you got nice shots of this, Bruce?
I think we're getting some really good shots of this, mate. Especially at the moment, I've got it to sort of rear camera view of our ship, so whatever you point out will be on screen.
Oh, so you're just clicking onto me and following. I thought you were going to use some skills there.
I've been showing off my skills the whole time, mate. I've had some nice, like, swooping, panning shots and spins and stuff.
Check, is the bar here? Can we swap? I'll take Rainy for a day. You can take Bruce, and we can see how it goes. Says next week, hopefully, says Niku. We'll update you with times. There's no confirmed times as of yet. So I just love how damaged this is and the sounds that come from the damage as well.
Yes. Yeah, some nice effects there.
It's very eerie. So Crush Lemon says, are we going to see a new ship in the near future? We have no comments on any ships. What is that?
What's what exactly?
On that? Is that foam or is that goo of some sort? Look at that damage as well. Get a good angle on that, photographer man.
Or I'll zoom in on it. Try not to wiggle around too much. It appears to be
Repair foam, says Lelinski.
Popcorn.
Is that your? Is that your?
That's my professional opinion.
It doesn't look like popcorn to me.
Maybe snowballs.
Polly McCoy says Thargoid eggs.
Yeah, they kind of look like eggs.
I
Sure
missed that.
as eggs is eggs.
Adamastor said they missed that. There seems to be some stuff on the ship. I don't know if that's stuff like used by someone to attack it or just like look at that stuff because there's it's definitely. I mean, I don't think this has just been because it's been flying about for years that it's damaged. Because some of the other ships are in better condition. So this definitely looks like it's received some form of attack.
It does seem that way for sure.
Interesting. But anywho, now that we've kind of watched that, we should jump to the next part. Does anybody in the chat know the next part of where we should go next? If anybody's kind of went through it already. Well, I foolishly already planned this trip. So this is where we're going to next. We're going to go to the hip system.
Going to hip.
We're going to be hip.
I don't think we're ever going to be hip, Stephen.
We can try.
Try as we might. That's a tall order.
I need to put this audio down. Or else I won't be able to hear you. How have you been, Stephen and Bruce? I've been good. I've been actually really tired this week. Just because I was down in Cambridge last week and then back up. I drove down on Wednesday, so I'm a wee bit tired. How are you, Bruce?
Very well. Thank you for asking, Stephen and Colin. I hope you are well also. Good to hear from you.
Yeah. Go to the coal sack first. Hip is the last one you should visit. Is it?
So there are two locations that you might be able to discern.
You need to go
from the initial set of clues.
Yeah. I believe it is.
I don't want to spoil too much. I won't say more than that because I don't want to spoil what you might deduce from the information. But let's pick whichever location you know.
I think it's.
The listing
I think
post is an option.
There's
and
the
then
listing
we can take
post,
a look around.
But there's also apparently a deployed crash ship of sorts.
There is a crash site involved.
I was going to go to the crash site next, but do you think the listing post is better?
It's kind of like
6.5 dozen.
Yeah, exactly. I think the crashed site will be more interesting.
Let's go
we
to the
head
crash
there?
site, yeah. Let's go to the crash site. About local news, have you read the local news? Have we got some news?
So in system where we are now, there is some local news, and that's one of the sources of information you might use to deduce what the story is.
Could you read us some of that, Bruce? Is there any local news there? Will I fly? Is there?
I can't do it while I'm on camera.
Oh. Well, jump in. We're going to be jumping into hyperdrive anyway, so you know.
All right, bear with us.
Frameshift drive. Hyperdrive. Please tell me you have fuel scoops this time. I don't actually.
Oh no.
No,
Imagine we get stranded.
No, we do. We do. I can't remember. We built this last week. So last week, if you were watching on Thursday, we did actually stream. We were streaming the ship and we were going to go to it. Unfortunately, we had some technical issues in the office. That's why some of the streams were late last week. We do really appreciate the patience that you guys had. But yeah, it was a really fun stream. We just didn't get to kind of go and have a look. So we just thought today, because it's Supercruise news, and with Supercruise news, it's all about sitting, talking with the chat, and stuff like that. Yes, Commander Orange Furious, can you tell us what's happening this Thursday? This Thursday, I have a very awesome stream coming up. I have the phenomenal Commander Black Maze and Commander Alec Turner. We're going to be looking over the past year's races, just to kind of note some of them, share them off. And we're also going to be doing some interesting things with SRBs, with some aid to see how well we do. So Commander Ticino says the current first Argyle contactor speaking dates first contact as 3125, but it's clear that this is actually only the first publicly well-known contact. It's shrouded with mystery. Will any of the assets disappear? I believe not. I don't think it is.
Yes, that's a good question, Commander Terakov. While we're calling it the Halloween event because we've implemented it sort of during Halloween and it's got kind of a dark, scary backstory and theme, it is a established part of the game's history now, and it's going to be a permanent feature that you can investigate and discover from now until the end of Elite Dangerous, which will hopefully not be for many years. So yeah, any new player who discovers this or finds out or hears about it will always be able to go and check it out.
So it's got a lot of fun, but also we've been posting on social some images of some other mega ships which you can go and find out, and that's a wee bit of mystery that's been added in as time's going. So I can't see your name, it's in Russian, but greetings. What did the developer say about customizing the interface colour? When will the tool be introduced into the game? We have no comment on that. We've seen it, it looks cool. Obviously we don't have any connections with it, so we'd rather we didn't. But, you know, we're not total baddies. And no update on that. I love these mysteries, says Brian M, and I like these too. I always love when there's a good chin scratcher, you know what I mean? You're always like...
A good chin scratcher, a good old mustache twizzler.
Poor Englishness says, Bruce, where did you get that HUD? I have no idea. I'm colourblind, so it's okay.
No comment on my HUD.
What about your mustache?
Nor that. The answer to the mustache question may be answered in the future if we get round to making a bonus clip from the Channel 4 episode.
Well, yeah, hopefully
Maybe.
we will. Hopefully it will be a lot of fun. Are you the baddies? We're always the baddies. We've never been the kiddies.
Are we the baddies?
So what are the Supercruise news? So Supercruise news today is just that obviously the last week the full down came in. We've got a really fun full throttles coming back, full throttle stream, and we're just kind of looking at the current CG, which is obviously the mega ship. And next Supercruise news we'll be looking at the next CG. A bonus clip for Christmas maybe, possibly we could use it then. How do I find stations in deep space? Well, some places in space don't have them, so you'd need to try and find that out through the galaxy map, and then you can normally find, when you go into places it scans and picks up stations, or you can go find a nav beacon. Wait, there's a CG.
Oh blimey. Accredited astronaut has quite the nose on him, doesn't he? He's got quite the schnoz.
Oh.
Look at him there, piloting the ship.
Oh, is that me? I was like,
It is.
It is. It'd be nice if we could see in the ship a bit brighter, but you know when you're in the car and you can't turn the lights on, that's how I feel. So how do you turn the lights on in the ship?
That's quite the sniffer.
Adamastor has got a good comment saying there aren't many stations out in deep space, but you can filter the galaxy map using Civilization. There are also sites online that can help you find things in game. Yes, there's a lot of great third-party tools you can find. Are they multi-crew? Yes, we are. We wanted to join and experience this together and show off Bruce filming the stuff and me flying there.
Yes.
Oh, do you know, I just realised I need to land with Python.
Oh, the Python will look after you. It's a very nice, reliable ship.
I just haven't got to that stage.
It's only a medium as well. So
I do like how the size, what the stuff that you can fill in it is only a medium. I do really like that.
It handles very nicely. I'm keen on the Python. Do we like the Python, chat? Are we fond of this particular ship?
Got a question from Chain and Granger. Any news on Buffett of the bounty and assassination missions? No news on that yet, but we are aware. Please watch this space for future for any changes or updates on assassination. Secure. Oh, gotta love that entry music. Alright, so we need to try and find stuff. So let's jump into. So we can. I just want to get away from the sun before I do anything because I have a really great ability of kind of like flying into it. Let's have a wee. We're going to go. Oh, I had throttled down. So let's go for a wee discovery. If you haven't, also, which is a really cool thing, we have a really awesome discovery scanner. It's a discovery scanner episode where we go in and we actually find the reason for the audio that we use in here, that it's actually real sounds from space. We have a. It's just really cool. I would go check it out.
Is that bright enough for you guys? Should I? I noticed the whole stream has been a bit dark.
Oh, there's somebody's fleet carrier. Found that. The only thing with fleet carriers is they're amazing, but they do take up like a lot of. Like, there's another one. We can.
They're sizable for sure.
They are sizable.
Yes, that's certainly the word I would use for them. If I had to describe fleet carriers in one word to someone who's never heard or seen them, sizable.
Sizable. Cool. So degraded emissions there. The game is a bit dark. Reshade helps. Sure, that's quite bright.
It's a nice chance to check out the Azure paint job while the sun is facing the top end of the Python. I think it depends on the kind of light that you've got hitting it. Obviously, this particularly bright white star isn't necessarily coaxing out all of the iridescent tones, but you're getting some of that effect, especially with the blues and greens on it. Sometimes you'll get purples, pinks, and yellows depending on the angle and such. But I do like me an iridescent paint job, that's for sure.
There we are.
Do you think I could be a ship salesman if I lived in the Elite Dangerous universe, Stephen?
I mean, you could definitely try.
I think I could.
What would your pitch be for the Fairtalents?
Do you like
Pina
blowing
coladas.
up everyone else who exists? Well, then the Fer-de-Lance is for you.
Only thing is, I really like symmetry. Okay, no, I love the Fairtalents.
Yes, I wouldn't try to sell it to anyone who cares about symmetry very strongly. That's for sure. Do you have a mother-in-law who cares deeply about symmetry? Spite her with the Fer-de-Lance. Off-center seat in.
Okay, fair play. That was a good one. Does anybody know what planet the thingy is, or the crashed ship is on?
Planet 3 says Idlevise, whereas Svizlinsky says 1B. Phil Barnes says Planet 3. That's 2 for Planet 3. Should we head over there and check it out?
I've got Planet 2. So I need to get small here. That's 2C. To C and to A.
Right, people are saying third planet. We should head there and give it a scan, I guess.
I need to find the third planet. Well, I'm assuming it'll be after the second one. I've got 5 out of the 32 bodies found here, Bruce. Let's just jump to the second one, and then we should be no, I'll be too close at that point. The third rock from the sun. Oh, that's quite a good reference.
Oh no, apparently 1B is where we need to go. 1B or not 1B? That is the question, chat.
Is this 1B? Features none. Do like a bit of.
Okay, the chat is very split on this issue. Is it Planet 3 or Planet 1B?
We need some decisions here, commanders. We found Planet 3.
Ship, you need to.
That's a gas giant.
You need to put your foot down and make a decision. I notice my camera's a bit. Oh, let's give that a.
Well, I want to get less gas giants and more planets. That's 3A. B1. Somebody said B1. 1B says gas. I'm at 3. I seem to be finding B3, so that's A. So we found 3. So let's make the assumption that that's 3C. So 3 are all together in the same ring. So that's 2's up there is in the same. Oh, come out, sorry. 2's up here. So I'm assuming 1 must be over here. Unless everybody will be like, Stephen, you can't do science right at all. But I assume.
Are you not looking at the system map? So I haven't been checking your screen until now.
What are you doing, Bruce? Just sitting there flying about, enjoying yourself.
I am. I'm having a great time.
I'm in the FSS scanner. Oh, I'm going to go here because it'll be here. It'll be near. This is 1. This is.
I mean, if you use the system map, you can select. We can go to Planet 1B and check it out.
But we've not found 1B yet. It's not available to us.
Oh, it's not available to us on the system map.
No.
I see.
That's
I see. Is there an nav beacon in system that we can scan?
Not that I could see.
Well,
we've got 1A, guys. 1A. we'll get 1B in a sec. Oh, B1B, B1B. It literally is 1C. Is this 1B? We can find it. More fleet carriers.
What if we head to
1B? We found it. We can go now.
You found it?
Yeah, we found 1B,
All
so
right.
let's go. Which also, ironically, was filled with a lot of the fleet carriers. But that's not the point of the fun. Okay. Yes, right. I have.
I see a player asking about the Midnight Black paint job. Quite possibly the most popular and elusive paint job. Yes, that should be coming back, I believe, for Black Friday, as it does each year. I'll double check on that for you, though.
If it changes, we will let you know. I found it. Finally got to 1B, so at least we're en route.
Excellent.
Yeah, Piglet Stan says, we're not devs, this is true, we are community managers, we don't actually do any code, our job is to try and communicate with your audience, and try and bring you fun contact, and stay together and pass that on to the dev team back. We're not ignoring you, Technomag. I was looking for a planet. I think Bruce was ignoring me, so, you know, no, he was answering questions from the chat and looking at that great decent paint job. Commander Alex says, I'd like some of those FSS transitions in VR. Would be nice. We do know that's what we want. Greetings, Father Bill. How are you doing? Duke_V_. If you've not got your Azure paint job and you owned the Horizons DLC before the fold down, please get in touch with our customer support. That would be great, and let them know. Okay, so we're on our way to hit 692001B.
Yes, indeedy. We are quickly approaching.
Okay, I'm discovering... Oh, and there seems to be a crash site. Da, 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 da. Let's go down to it. Now, do you follow the 07 rule?
I do my best to, yes. It's important to keep your concentration to avoid any recon loops.
The loop of shame.
Yeah.
Can you sell an ASP scout, Bruce?
I was about to say no, but actually, every ship has its place in the game and has its value. The Asp Scout just maybe takes a little bit more time than some of the others to find that and those selling points. Get back to me in a couple of weeks, and I might have put together a little pitch to sell the Asp Scout and convince everyone in the chat that it's actually the best ship in the game. How's that?
Are you an aspiring scout? Like, do something cheesy like that?
The idea is to sell the ship, Stephen. No, I'm being a bit harsh. That was a good attempt.
It's hurtful. Okay, I should probably put some lights on for this. Over the horizon here.
Forgive me, Commanders and Stephen. Something's actually very quickly come to my attention.
Mm-hmm.
And Stephen and I are going to need to have a very quick huddle off stream. So if you would very kindly slap us onto the holding screen, we'll be back.
And welcome back. Sorry about that. There was just a little technical hiccup there, but we're all sorted now. And as you can see, we're getting very close to the crash site.
Yes, we're on the dark side of the moon at the moment. It's a very cheesy looking moon, if I might say, with all the potholes. But yeah, we're honing in on the site now.
Yeah, I can't see a thing. And I have night vision on and the lights on, but once we get there it'll be quite cool. In the midst of jumping out and trying to fix other things, it looks like I unfortunately seem to have dropped out a wee bit far away, but it's only a couple of minutes, so while we're doing that, Bruce, let's talk in the chat.
Let's do it. Grimskull says everybody knows the moon's made of cheese. I mean, sure, but what about other moons? That's why I made the comment. I'm curious to know if it applies to moons in other systems also. What do we think?
Yes. And Alex says if your stream is not restarted, please make sure to F5 to restart, to refresh your page. So yes, moon, other types of cheese. What kind of cheese? That's the different things though. If we're going to put cheese on a moon, you wouldn't really want a soft cheese for a moon. Be quite disappointing.
No, definitely not.
I love your attitude on that one. Was no, definitely
That would be
not.
horrendous.
What is the system? So the system that we're in for the crash site, that you do get told if you go to Chuck Chan and you can decipher it and go. Or Bruce, do you think we should just tell everybody, give them a wee help on the second step at least?
All right, but we'll deal with the spoiler warning. So if you don't want to hear any clues or hints about the Adamastor event, then turn off or turn down your sound until I give the signal that you can turn it back up again.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Shoot.
All right. So we are currently in hit 69200. We're on 1B. You can go and check it out. It is the crash site of the Sidewinder, which is part of the story, which you can find out. The signal is a crashed site. That's where we're going.
Alright, is that the whole hint? I'm going to do the signal for...
I mean, to be fair, if I tell you to go to the place and then it comes up crash site, you scan it with your FSS.
Okay.
Any side dishes?
Alright. I'm going to signal to anyone who's now muted. And yeah, managed to look away from the screen to see all of the hints. Hopefully this will do it for anyone
I do love
who
these
hasn't turned their
bottlenecks.
volume back up. That's the universal signal for you can watch again now.
I think these are my favourite bobbleheads, purely because it looks like they're all at a metal concert when I boost forward. Like even the skull to the right.
Just the head banging on the
Watch one. Everybody. Yeah. Maybe in my younger days when I had hair. Is it possible to decrypt the message from the listening post? I don't know. Is it?
should be.
You'll have to decrypt it to find out.
All right. So, silly me. The external camera doesn't maintain the night vision, so we have to get nice and close to see what's in the middle of this crater that we're heading towards.
So they're essentially metalheads and not bobbleheads, exactly. And great choice of song for those about to rock. We always knew that Stephen was a heat banger. I had those days. I think I lost my hair. Okay, back to the cheese and crackers. What should we have on our sides? I like cheese crackers. I also like to have like olives, but I like to do it like kind of like a smorgasbord thing. I don't mix them all.
Like a charcuterie kind of. Yeah. Okay. All right. The camera is now. I'm doing like a POV thing where it's like, we are the crash site, and community managers from Frontier are coming to investigate you.
Oh, I like it.
How's that for a sort of fresh take on camera skills in Elite?
What's your favourite ship? Why is it the Python? The Python isn't my favourite ship. I do quite like it. It's a bit slow in turns though. Kind of enjoy a cutter a wee bit more for the turning.
You enjoy a cutter more for the turning?
Better than turning, by the way. This takes a while to turn.
Blimey. I think the Python's a fantastic ship. It's one of my favourites. For sure.
There's something about it that I really enjoy. I've just not went about in it much, to be honest. Okay, so here we are. Here is a crash site. Now, we can obviously see, now that we're down there, I've also got night vision on. We can kind of see that something has crashed. Does anybody want to guess what that is? From this distance. From this distance. We'll edge closer nice and slowly. Edge closer. Now you should be able to get like a nicer outdoors view.
Alright, I'm going to pan across and zoom in a nice curved shot.
Keep the lights on it. So, oh, I've went too fast. I was looking at your screen. I've now booked it. Okay. Right.
You're trying to create a second crash site, mate.
Is that close enough for you, Bruce, to go and have a wee look?
It is, yes. I'm going to do a ground level thing, so it's as if we're reenacting the crash. How's that for advanced camera skills?
I do like that.
Then the pan over, the slow-mo, reverse and back. Look at that. Oh, a little bit iffy at the end there.
Yeah, the lighting's not great from there, is it?
You're kicking up a lot of dust and smoke, so you're disturbing the site that I'm trying to get a good shot of. But I think we can.
A workman.
We're not coordinating very well here.
A workman never blames his tools. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to get you a good lighting on it. But,
no, I appreciate that. You've lit up the site very well, so I think we can get a good view of it now.
Okay, is that better?
It's much better.
Smoke is from the 200-yard old crash. So yeah, can I
So, what's all this then? What do you make of what we're looking at?
I mean, I don't know. It looks like a crashed SRV, but I'm guessing it is to do with some form of shipments. Is that better or worse? Better. I mean, I can look at it from here, but it still looks better on yours. It looks like there has been a crash. Oh.
Yeah, you're booping the ground.
I'm booping a wee
Getting
bit.
a bit.
I don't know why it's got so. Oh, it's because I'm. Stay there. See, sometimes my ship just doesn't do what I want it to do. Anyway, there's a really cool crashed SRV Sidewinder there. What do you think, Bruce?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think it's a Sidewinder crash. Looks pretty cool.
I accidentally turned the FA off. If anybody watched the previous stream last week, I remember how to do it. Now it's being, if you play with the controller, it's B in the right bumper at the same time. But if you just are clicking about looking for stuff and you accidentally hit it off, that happens. So, yeah.
Yes, indeed. It's a Sidewinder that's had to do a very emergency stop on this moon. Has anyone in the chat worked out who the Sidewinder belongs to? In fact, who might even still be inside, and what their connection is with the Halloween event and the Adamastor?
There's somebody inside that.
Well, it stands to reason that unless someone's actually discovered this before and pulled a body out, or that they survived, I mean, it looks like a death crash to me, I'm not gonna lie, then it all stands to reason that that there would still be someone inside, does it not?
Try to look, try to see, but it looks like they've been smooshed.
Smooshed. Yeah, there are
smooshed.
signs of smooshing, to be fair.
Yeah. So this looks really cool, and you can find more information here as well. But again, we don't really want to ruin it for you. So if you want to come check this out, we would recommend going to the mega ship, the Adamastor, which is in the Chuck Chan system.
We also have this levitating canister. I can't get too close to it because the ship is...
All canisters can levitate.
You're a little bit in the way. Oh, you've just booped. Oh, okay, what?
I've not booped anything, I've just moved up there.
Alright.
Did I boop you?
It was as if you booped me, but I think the camera just moved.
Should we go to the next site?
Can do, mate. Can do. If you want to move on to the next stop.
And I think the next stop is the listening post, which I believe, if I can double check, I want to make sure that I've got the spelling of this right. Don't look now if you don't want to know where to go. There we go. Oh yeah, great. That's what it is. I can't read, I'm just old and slow. So let's... Oh, wait, this one seems to be quite far away.
How far are we talking?
We're talking about 534.27 light years away.
Alright, what kind of jump range do we have on this fine vessel?
We have I think it's 32 or 40. You are talking, I think, around 20 jumps.
That's quite some way. We might have to forego that this time around.
We might have to go and get a fleet carrier and come back out here at some point. But I think at that point, rather than sitting and waiting for 15 minutes and having everyone come over, we'll just head back to the main screen. So yes, we got halfway through the adventure before realising a fleet carrier was required. We'd have to wait another 15 minutes to kind of get that out, but instead of doing that, we highly recommend that you go over to the Chuck Chan system and check it out and start following the clues. decipher the stuff and figure out what the mystery is. We have some great content creators as well who've released a lot of awesome videos about it if you want to go check them out. Very interesting ship, I believe, that has been crashed. We saw that. There's a lot of cool things. Please go check it out. And remember that we have changed from summertime. So a lot of the times for our streams that used to be 6 UTCs, now 7 UTC because daylight savings is gone. So we will be returning this Thursday, where Arthur and myself will be doing some amazing racing with Commander Black Maze and Commander Alec Turner. So that is us for today's news. Anything to say before we go, Bruce?
Only thank you very much for watching, guys. Make sure to tune in to Stephen and Arthur's stream. It's going to be a lot of fun as always, and yeah, we appreciate you guys joining us for this one. Make sure to check out the Adamastor and all of the points of interest, and do your best to decrypt, investigate, work out all of the various clues and piece them together. Hopefully you'll find that exciting and interesting.
Yeah, thanks for watching, Commanders, and 07.
All right, take care. Bye bye.